This is another episode of Standup Comedy, your host and MC, celebrating 40-plus years on the fringe of show business. Stories, interviews, and comedy sets from the famous and not so famous. Here's your host and MC, Scott Edwards.
And welcome to this week's show. We got a great one coming up for you. Back in November, I did a special show with just 2 acts, and I did longer versions of their sets, and it was called Two Funny Guys. And I'm going to repeat that, but with even better comics. It's amazing. I've got closing up the show live on stage at the Sacramento Convention Center Theater, a concert I produced in 1985 on Thanksgiving Eve. It's Jay Leno. I don't need to give him any extra information. You all know him, his success on The Tonight Show, various TV shows, his own shows. He's still out there producing comedy, doing live shows, and appearing on TV all the time. But from 1985, a great longer set of material from Jay Leno. And then to open things up, this is kind of fun for me. This is from the second week I was open. That's right, from August of 1980. And this was his first week as a headliner since he left his home out of Phoenix, Arizona. It's Garry Shandling. He is a terrific stand-up comic. You all know him as well. He great stand-up comedy, all kinds of television talk shows. He had his own show, The Larry Sanders Show, appeared in numerous specials. One of the funniest guys ever to be doing stand-up comedy live on stage. Sadly, he passed away several years ago, but we were lucky enough to record some of his great comedy from when he was just getting started. This was, again, like I said, one of his first headlining gigs away from his hometown of Phoenix, Arizona. And this set, recorded live, is a little funky. The sound equipment wasn't as good back then, but it's a great set. And you'll hear Ronny Kenny introducing him. And Ronny does a few minutes before, and you can hear what a terrific MC he was. He went on to be a great headliner. But in this, he was acting as the featured act in introducing the headliner, Garry Shandling. Now, listen carefully. You'll hear me yelling stuff from off stage, which is kind of fun for me because it was 100 years ago. But for Gary's sake, he does some unusual stuff. He leaves the stage to kiss a guy. He's doing material that he ended up doing on his first Tonight Show appearance just a little bit after this, and that actually made him a star. But you're going to hear the material more raw. It's kind of rough and dirtier. So it's fascinating from that point of view. Now, there's lots of audience interaction. He ends up with some guy's jacket. Some other guy comes up on the stage. People were smoking in nightclubs back then, so he makes reference to that. So this is a great historical set from one of the best stand-up comics ever. So let's jump into it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get things going. Two funny guys with our first headliner, Garry Shandling.
Yeah, Monday night is the amateur night. I don't like that word amateur because any town we go to, there always are some good local performers, and that might be fun to come in Monday night and check it out, bring your friends. And which brings me to the next gentleman on the show, and he is... Why is that funny? I don't understand. Oh, I get it. No. No, he's not an amateur. He's a very sick man is what he is. But his career is just really skyrocketing, taking off, which kind of pisses me off because I think, no, he's one of my very best friends. This man, he breaks me up every time. We just found out, you people are having too much fun over there. What's going on? Are you sitting on that guy's hand? Is that the problem? I like it when you do that. You want some more wine? It's good. The service is good. Tip the girls because they all want to buy Corvettes for the summer, and... I don't know what that meant either, but you in show business? Well, get your feet off the stage then, okay, pal? Just kidding. That's all right. No, keep them up. Say nice way you got them marked right and left. That's really hip. I like that. Oh, boy. I like it up here. I just might stay and just wait for you folks to leave. I think that's kind of a different approach. No, but... The reason I'm savoring this, in between shows tonight, I had to go over to the Holiday Inn and do a show. It was a 10-year reunion for Highland High School. Are you from Highland? Good, because I almost was going to flip you off. It was, I didn't mean that. These people, I don't know what their problem was. It was, the room was about the size of a football field, and they had a little microphone, and some guy who'd never been on stage before, which he had to introduce me, and he was drunk, and had no, is this on? Can you hear me? And there's people in the back. They had no idea. They were square dancing while I was working, which kind of bummed me out. It's hard to tell jokes when they're discoing, and I hate it. But it's good to be back. And what else? I'm supposed to bring up the next performer. That's my job. That's why I'm here, and that's what I'm going to do right now. No, I said it was the Holiday Inn. Okay, let's get it straight, because I'm going to ask questions. It's going to be... Oh, I thought it was a Holiday Inn. And I think I was... I hate it when the audience is funnier than the acts. I really do. No, I got a letter, to my reunion, and I drank a half a gallon of wine today, smoked a couple of joints, and decided to come down here. But you're beautiful. Thank you for spending your evening. You didn't miss a damn thing. Let's hear it for this young lady from Highland High School. Yeah, no, thanks for coming here. This is, believe me, it was a lot better time, and you're wonderful. You really are. What's the name of the next act? I forgot. Besides this guy being one of my best friends in comedy, this guy is, he was so good the opening week that they held him over, and like I said, he just got back from Las Vegas where he taped the Merv Griffin show, from Caesar's Palace, and we just found out, I only talked to him opening night, he has got a TV movie coming out this next September on NBC. It's called A Pony for Richie, and it's the story of a horse and a boy who loved him just a little too much, and he's outstanding. He is a lot of fun. Get into him. Everybody put your hands together right now, and please welcome Garry Shandling. Let's hear it for him. This is not Garry Shandling, huh? What? Did you tell him to do this? No, this is not. Oh, okay. Do you want to do some time? What are you doing? Jim, is this a local? I don't know from this. All of a sudden, some guy in Kmart leather comes on stage, and I'm supposed to deal with it. I don't know. What is your name? I'm Ronnie. Jim, well, it's good to meet you. What do you do for a living, partner? Okay, well, why don't you just wander back there and I won't hurt you, okay? So, let's hear it for Jim. Jim, you're going to wear this home if you come up here again. I hope you realize that. What this is, ladies and gentlemen, it's a door prize. It's the world's largest roach clip, and it's really great for Vans. Take a hit, Larry. No, it's... We're staying up late? Okay. No, I really want your attention, this next gentleman. He's outstanding. He really is. And let's everybody, one more time, big Sacramento welcome for Mr. Garry Shandling. Let's go. Everybody, let's hear it for him.
Thanks for the jacket, Jim. Thanks for the dick, too. He gave it to me, and tip your waitresses, as Ronnie said, because the price of birth control devices is just skyrocketed, and one of the girls is using headphones, and headphones, sir. I don't get it myself. William Barry. This is a jacket. It sure stinks in here. How much did you pay for this label? How do I look? Do I look as faggy as Jim did in his jacket? No. You like it? I always try to wear as much leather as possible because I'm Jewish and it makes me think I have a big wallet. So we promise you a Jew and I'm it. Well, it's nice to be here in Sacramento, and I've been here about a week and a half, and the audiences here, and I mean this seriously, here in Sacramento are the nicest audience that we have here in Sacramento, and I want to thank you for that. And how are you? How are you? How are you all? How are you all? Good. You want to see some comedy? Oh shit. Well, have you eaten? Who ate at the Delta Queen? Who suckered out tonight and paid $60 for a piece of fish? Anybody? How many of you went into debt over your dinner tonight here at the Delta Queen? It's they call it fresh fish. It's dead fish, folks. This fish was DOA. Okay, isn't it illegal to call something dead fresh? I mean, come on to the funeral, see fresh Uncle Mort. Okay, see him while he's still tasty. Okay. We went into a restaurant tonight. They said, well, there's going to be a little wait for a table. Sit down. We'll call you when your table's ready, right? You sit down with about 40 other people who have been waiting since last winter for their table, and they smell and everything, and you're waiting to hear your name over the speaker, and you never hear it. You hear, so, hello. What? Was that us? You go ask them, honey. You look stupid. You go up there and find out. I feel funny. You're dressed for it. Go ahead, honey. Go on up there. I figured what they ought to do is just describe the people, and then we'd know who they're talking about, right? They could just go, the couple with the ugly children, your table's ready. And then we'd know it's these folks right over here. They're calling you, folks. You want to cover those kids up? We're trying to eat here. Thanks a lot. Is that a nuclear accident or what? What happened? Put a halibut over those kids, okay? Thanks. Get them out of here. Give a banana to the ugly one. Get them on out of here. Take a hike and cram it. The older man with his daughter. Sure, your table's ready. Then we would know. The black man with the white girl. I mean, really, your table's ready. Then we would know. You never know. You never know. I saw a black man with a black woman today. Boy, that looks weird. Have you ever seen that? I thought it was a basketball team coming down the block. You don't know. You don't see that. And I thought you were black for a minute, sir. And you're why? What do you have around your neck? May I ask, sir? Right here. How are you? The man's going. Are you made of wax, sir? You right here? I love you. I love you like I've never loved any other man. I'll bet there's a stain. Is there a stain on my van? I hate that. That is the best I've ever had. And I mean that. I love that. He's got a little goatee and it just tickles right along my earlobe. What is your name? And where have you been my whole life? What is your name? Well, my name is Tongue, so we're going to be a great combination. Dick. Why do they name guys Dick and Peter? I don't understand that. You never meet a girl named Tits, you know, which I think is really unfair. Hey, how you doing? Hey, Bazooms, where you been? Nice to see you. Dick? What's your last name? Elongated. Great, nice to meet you. What is your last name, Dick? Dick? Walk. Like you're walking your dick. Like I'm taking my dick for a walk. Walking my baby back home. Is that a yo-yo trick? Here's the dick walk. Yeah. Goes down and just stays down. That's it. Doesn't come up, the string runs out, and they say, hey, that reminds me, how's Dick walk? You realize your last name Walk is actually the name of a big fry pan that you make food in. Are you aware of that? What kind of name is Walk? Are you Hawaiian? Well, then let's go on. Polish. Jewish. Are you in show business? Have you ever been on a play in Broadway? What are you, Dick? What kind of name is Walk? W-O-K? Oh, Walk is really what it is. Oh, it's Walk. W-A-L-K. Great. Great. I was the guy who pronounced R-U-N. Rune, okay? That was me. C. Dick Rune, okay? Say, you were in my spelling bee book. I just realized that, Dick. You're a very famous guy, and I saw your wife in The Joy of Sex, too. Dick, wait, it's going to get worse. Don't worry about it. This girl's already going, oh, my God, this is, I didn't come in to see this. Yes, you did, and you know it. You're very cute. Want to go out with me and Dick later, and maybe, What are those things around your neck? Thank you, ma'am. I had forgotten the original conversation. It's like I got involved with his other... Let me see those. They're your nuts. Great. Well, let's just... boy, you got a lot of them, and I've never played through this many of them. But a lot of guys do like to put them on strings and say, go into singles bar and say, hi, girls. What sign are you? That's great, Dick. Yeah, he's got his nuts strung up on it. What is the significance of these nuts? Where did you get them? You got them from Hawaii. Yeah. Do they mean anything? Like if I throw them, like, say as I'm going up the stairs, if I throw them back, does it mean I come to the club again if they stay down, or... That's how that old thing works. You throw a lay overboard, and how does that work? If you get laid in Hawaii, and you... Ooh. Do you have a big one, Dick? Really? Well, I've had your nuts around my neck just about long enough, Dick, and I'm gonna pass them back because you want to pass these around, Jim? This probably go great with your jacket. Maybe you want to. When we in Hawaii? Dick, you're very slow. May I say that? May I say that? Yes, are you from this country, Dick? Good. Sí, como se llama y hasta luego. Well, so much for that. So much for Dick and his nuts. Anybody else named Dick? Good lady. We didn't think you were. That's vagina over there. How are you? I'm at a health food restaurant. I was at Pearson's, and some lady was breastfeeding her baby, and I'm drinking carrot juice out of a straw and pretending that living vicariously. And I like to watch breastfeeding because you breastfeed for your mother and then don't see it again for another 18 years. And that's why babies cry when they're taken away, is because they know it's going to be a long time before they're put again. And there's another woman on the other side of me. She's changing her baby's diaper at the table, and I'm going, hey, how you doing? I'll get up and change my underwear and see how you like it, because I don't... Try and control it. And I'm looking at this woman, and I realize what it is parents think everything their babies do is cute, right? But this is not true, particularly in this case. I have a friend, he has a 16-month-old baby, and I'm having dinner at his house, and the baby's crawling around, and he's cute and everything, and he loads up his diaper there. I said, rub his nose in it, put him out. Tie him up outside. And the mother said, isn't that adorable? Brandon made a gift for Daddy. And I'm sitting there figuring, this guy's got to be real easy to shop for on Father's Day. I know what to get him. Here you go, Frank. I hope you like it. I made it myself. And I hope you like it, because there's more where that came from. There was just an article in the paper that said women shouldn't drink during pregnancy because the baby can be born an alcoholic. Did you see that? Dick, you probably saw it. And then it told how to tell if your baby is an alcoholic. Like, if you're breastfeeding him and he tries to chug it, you've got a problem. Tries to put your breast in a brown paper bag was another way to tell if your baby's retarded. I'm retarded. I should have started out with telling you that, and it would help. How many of you do think my mother used DES during her pregnancy? Applaud. How are you girls doing?
It's fine.
Good, because we've been listening to you all night over here, and you're doing great. You enjoying it? Where are you from?
Here.
Right from that table, huh? Great.
They won't let us leave.
They won't let you leave?
Oh, we've kind of been glued to the chairs.
Great. Cut one, huh? Well, sometimes you cut one and there's a suction that's created there, and you can't shake the chair. Those are the guys in high school that used to get up and the desk would go with them. You remember those guys? No, it's just tight. No, come on. You stuck to it. High school. I went to high school in Arizona is where I grew up. Tucson, Arizona.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody from Tucson?
No, Phoenix.
Great. So, I was the only Jewish kid, and they have a place in Arizona called Jew Country Safari, and it's like Lion Country Safari. You drive your car through, and tailors and accountants attack your car and bang on this and try and get in the car, you know, and people are going, there's one, Billy Joe. Look at the noses on those suckers. My God, how do they walk? I don't know. And Arizona is, I went to high school I went to Arizona, and in Arizona, and I can't talk because I was breastfed by my father, okay? So I have a good reason for this. And does anybody know how come all shop teachers were missing one finger? Does anybody know that? Were they born like that? Shop teachers? Mrs. Johnson, you've given birth to a shop teacher. And there's a baby with a finger missing and keys hanging on its diaper. Who are these people? There were guys in my high school that could spit like 10 feet and hit a doorknob. I went to high school in the late 60s, and it was macho. These guys got credit for it, for working that loogie up, and they'd hit a doorknob and wait for me to turn it. And they grow up to be those older guys you see at intersections that open their car doors and go, and close it and take off when the light changes, you know? Who are those guys? You don't even want to drive through it if you're behind them. I'll just go around it. Thanks anyway. I don't even want that on my tires. Thank you. Take a leak on my windshield while you're at it. Why don't you? Who are those guys? They must practice at home. They go by the refrigerator and go, hey, good one. Stay for dinner? No. Thank you. Anybody shoplift when they were kids? Was that you? What'd you take? Which time? When you were a little kid, not as it was supposed to last week. What was the other time? What'd you take? You took a fishing rod. Did you put it in your pants and walk out? Because no one's going to stop and go, excuse me, is that a fishing rod in your pants? If they do, you just go, hey, well, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of it myself. Thank you. And a couple of reels, too. Yeah. There was some guy, the first show said he used to shop with condoms, used to walk into a store, put one on, and walk out. And I said to him, what'd you say if they caught you? Hey, I had it on when I came in, okay? I like to wear it. I never know when I'm going to get lucky, all right? Did you do that? Did you put it in your pants? You did? Run it up your leg. Do you fish? No, you just stole the fishing rod. You really don't fish? Why'd you steal it? Great. That's what I'm going to do after the show. Just for fun, the rest of us are going to go out and steal some fishing lures. Did you get any balls of fire while you were in there? Us fishermen know what that is. It's salmon eggs, right? Is really, they call it balls of fire because the salmon is pissed off when they took them. I don't know why they call them that. I was fishing in Sequoia. I was in Sequoia Park because I camp and everything. I know I look like a wimp, but I camp. I was in Sequoia National Park, and they give you a little pamphlet. It's great. They say, if you see a bear, don't irritate the bear. Which is the first thing I was going to do if I saw a bear, was try to piss him off. You know what I mean? And, oh boy, don't irritate the bear. What do they take us for? You know, then I started to think, how would you irritate a bear anyway? Hey, I've seen better fur on a steering wheel. Your mother's a throw rug, buddy. All right, Yogi Bear can't act, okay? He's a homosexual, okay? Then I'm driving my car. I'm out in the country, and there's a cow on the side of the road. We've all done this. I rolled my window down, stuck my head out the car window, right? And I went, moo. Like we expect that cow to think, hey, there's a cow driving that car. How can he afford that? I'm sitting here eating grass. This guy's driving a Mercedes. Shit. I gotta talk to my account. Well, I mean, really, moo. I'd like to see the cow go, hey, how are you today? Nice to see you. Nice car. How long did that... Blow that smoke a little more my way. I'd appreciate it, because I'm from Los Angeles, and I wasn't able to breathe for a second until you blew that in my face, and now I feel at home. How long have you been smoking? Good one. Have you smoking a long time? How long? About an hour and a half. Great. How much do you smoke? Pack a day. Well, you won the door prize. Bring the iron lung in, will you, Scotty? Great. Well, save the coupons. You'll be able to get a tennis racket and go out there and go, break. Gotta take a break. Good. I'm athletic. We went water skiing. We were talking about that. All the guys, we went together and went with Mike, the guy who gets drunk, and I was water skiing on the freeway. Mike was driving the boat, and he had taken it over the riverbank on the Interstate 5, I think it was, and I was dodging trucks. It was great. Mike has this boat. It's got a 19-foot boat with a 150 horsepower engine and a big yellow boat with orange stripes down the side. It comes to a point, and it says Muscle of Love on the side. Right on the money there. Mike goes out on dates. Girls say, bring the boat, would you, Mike? Bring the boat. And I bowl. I took a girl bowling to impress her the other day, because she's just getting jokes guys did the first act. That's great. That's great. You'll get the couple with the ugly children come around September, I guess. Actually, I bowl. I bowl for a high score. And I have my own ball, my own bag, my own shoes. I have my own shoes that say 10.5 on the back, because I think that looks neat. I ordered them that way. And I have my own ball, my own bag, my own shoes, and I have a wristband, and I bowled an 82 with this girl. And the guy at the desk went on alley 7, an 82. An 82 with his own shoes. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And then we went from there. I got my head stuck in the ball return, which was a little awkward. And then we went to Denny's right after that. Sort of to top off the evening, I bought the girl a patty melt and my idea of a big night on the town. Denny's is the worst, isn't it? The boat people wouldn't eat at Denny's. You know, they could say, you guys come on down to Denny's. No, thank you very much. We ate on the boat. Thank you very much. We'd rather eat seaweed. Thank you very much. IHOP's another one like that. I like to go to IHOP to see the kids stuck to the top of the table at International House of Pancakes, because they got 400 kinds of syrup and it's all stuck to the top of the table. And kids go by and stick there, you know. They come on, Billy, let's go home, you know. And you ever put your arm down on the table at IHOP? It comes up with no hair. Have you ever noticed it? I had hair when I came in here. I'll call when I go home. Is there any hair on table 3? Yeah, that's mine. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Garry Shandling, live on stage back in August of 1980. I had just opened my club in the banquet room of the Delta Queen restaurant, and we were lucky enough to have him as our second headliner ever on stage, and for him, one of his first headlining gigs outside of his hometown. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned, we have two funny guys. I already told you who's coming up. Here is a terrific set by one of the country's top stand-up comics. He was the host of The Tonight Show. He's appeared as a stand-up comic in clubs and showrooms all across the country for his entire career. We're talking 40-plus years. And he's still doing TV spots and showing up on shows today. Now, this particular show was recorded live on stage in 1985 at a regular concert I did on Thanksgiving Eve. His opening act was Yakov Smirnoff, and there were other big-name acts, Dana Carvey, Jerry Seinfeld, all were performing for me back in those days, and I would do this big concert. It's a 2,200-seat theater, beautiful theater, and Jay was one of my regulars. I actually used him a couple times. But this recording is from 1985, and it just shows you the stability and the quality of the stand-up comedy Jay brings to the stage. He talks to the audience. He does some great material. But whether it was from 1985 or if he was doing it live on stage today, it is funny. So, ladies and gentlemen, our second funny guy of the show, Jay Leno.
Well, good to see everybody. Welcome to the show. This is, I guess most of the Baccarat crystal is probably being cleaned right about now, Scott. Guess I had to drive a while to find something that didn't have Laughs Unlimited written on it. Well, thank you. Wow, this is a nice place. It looks like the rec room of the USS Enterprise, this thing, doesn't it? I see Spock things playing three-dimensional checkers in here or something. Oh, boy. Good to see everybody. Welcome to the show. Well, thanks for coming out the night before Thanksgiving. That's great. It's nice to see everybody. Oh, boy, traffic today coming up in the airline. Oh, it was unbelievable flying out today. It took PSA coming up. You ever take PSA day before Thanksgiving? This is like stepping in the hole of some kind of flying slave ship. This thing, Jesus. See, no seats, bodies piled on bodies like some sort of funeral pyre there. All the pilots are lined up there pumping quarters into that insurance machine. Jesus. Nice flight attendant. Helga the Stomping Mare was our flight attendant today. Kind of a large, burly woman wearing this Mayan death mask. She's handing out this concoction of gruel and bug juice. I mean, the movie was Eraserhead, all right, just to give you some idea of it. Actually, PSA is pretty good. The worst is like you take Piedmont or Allegheny. It's U.S. Air, I guess. Every time they hit a mountain, they change the name of that stupid airline. You ever fly U.S. Air? They make stops. I mean, everything is not even regular stops, just the kind of stops so like the pilot can show the plane to his friends, you know, that kind of thing. And I don't want to die on U.S. Air. You go down on American Airlines, people say he had something. You crash on U.S. Air. It's the kind of airline crash you only hear about on cable. You know what I mean? It's just some obscure. Some people died. They were of no consequence. It's just, like a bus overturns. Who cares about these people? They're on a bus. Where could they have been going? It's horrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. We do that, though. We do that in this country. We do. This isn't even a joke, but we do. We put a price on things. A man gets killed robbing a bank. They don't give his name. But someone gets killed and robbed of $2. Killed for $2. At what point do we no longer give the price? $100 maybe? Huh? There was it. Another senseless killing earlier today. Senseless as opposed to what? A sensible killing? Man was beaten and robbed of 12 something on the west side. A senseless killing. East side, a $15,000 robbery. Made a lot of sense, basically. The same kind. Came in from New York day before yesterday. Been running around here, boy. That's when I was on U.S. Air, which was... this again. I got to change planes in Atlanta. Now, this is real strange. I'm changing planes. And at the Atlanta airport, a guy's got a booth set up there, and he's handing out free samples of these soft cookies. Have you had these things? Everybody's got a soft. And the guy gives me one, and I eat it, and I don't think anything about it. And it wasn't until I got on my connecting flight I realized this is unbelievable. Here I am traveling all across the United States. A man I don't even know hands me something, and I eat it! I didn't even look at it. This could have been some kind of Shiite cookie bomb for all I know. You do that. You know, my mom will make stuff. Oh, I don't want to try that. But a guy in the airport, here, thank you. You know, I don't know why. I guess when you feel safe, you do that. I mean, you ever walk into your local supermarket? There's a TV tray sitting there, 30 or 40 gooey cheese balls. They've been under a hot light for 18, 19 hours in a row. You walk by, you eat a couple, you don't think anything about it, la la. Yet you walk down the medicine aisle, there's poor Tylenol in a steel box in a metal crate with safety tape around it. You know, a couple of armed guards are watching this thing like this. You know, there's something real suspicious about these soft cookies. In there. You know, I mean, fresh cookies are soft. Stale cookies are hard. We live in this era of technology now. These corporations are now able to make stale soft cookies, you know? These are old cookies. Somebody went back and put soft shit in. That's what annoys me. Come on. Duncan Hines, Pillsbury, Nabisco. What, these pastry chefs, bakers? This is a big business. They see somebody else with a soft cookie. Well, we need one too. Anybody got any ideas where we can get a soft cookie? Gee, I have an idea, boss. Why don't we use only the finest ingredients and bake them fresh every day? Get the hell out of here. Who is that guy? Harrington, call Dow Chemical. See if they've got a softening agent we can put in these cookies there. Johnson, you call the Metamucil people. See what they put in their product. Bake them fresh every day. Get the hell out of here, fresh every day. The hell do we look like? Fresh every day. Oh. The movie coming across was, well, I talked about that on Letterman there the other night. View to a Kill. Which Roger Moore, rather. 71 now, this guy. Gee, at least the titles are getting better. View to a Kill. You can tolerate that. You know, this. What's the last one, Roger Moore? Octopussy. Come on, gee. What kind of name is this for a movie? It's about a woman with some 8-sided genetic defect. Ooh, come on. Come on. Oh. Even my father couldn't say it. You know that? I remember calling my dad the week that movie opened. I said, hey, Dad, what'd you do this weekend? Hey, I took your mother to the movies. What'd you see? We saw that Octa thing there. Whatever the hell the name of it is. That Octa movie that kids are talking about. See, the thing that makes me mad, whenever a movie is real big, they always try to make a TV show out of it the next year. Like ABC's got this thing coming on next month. Gandhi, P.I. Have you heard about it? Guy who tries to catch criminals by not eating, you know, kind of a stupid thing. Rocky IV opens tomorrow. Yeah, and surprisingly, he plays a fighter in this one. Oh, boy. I guess everybody saw Rambo. I read the book, interesting book. Wasn't really a book, it was a pamphlet from the John Birch Society, you know, just kind of a 2-page Rambo opens fire, page 2, the end, you know. My favorite scene is in Rambo is when Stallone says, or rather Rambo says, you know, sometimes when you see acting that good, you tend to confuse the character with the person, you know, you think that's their actual belief, you know, that can be dangerous, really. Where Rambo says, the mind is the most dangerous weapon. Is that right, Rambo? You better take a couple of these rocket launchers with you, pal, and a few grenades. You want to be walking around Nam with a .22 caliber head, you know, gee. Arnold Schwarzenegger's got his movie out, Commando, which is, now did you see that one, Commando? Is that a good one? See, actually, I think we do owe these actors some credit. I mean, Stallone, Schwarzenegger. What they've done is they've opened up the acting field to a lot of people who couldn't get into it when speech was a major requirement, you know. You know. I mean, nowadays, any troglodyte that can swing a tire iron in a public saloon is a potential Academy Award winner, really. I mean, you think you know, anyway, Rocky IV opens tomorrow, and yeah. Again, he plays a fighter. This should be... I always like to watch couples come out of films like Rocky, Rambo. A lot of men get real insecure. See, if women hate the film, there's no problem. Women go, I don't like fight movies. Then the guy will defend the movie. What are you, stupid? Don't you understand? This guy was a nothing. He worked, he trained, he became world champ. The guy's great. He's a great guy. But if women come out of the film going, he was so kind and strong and loving and warm and sensitive and understanding, and the guy would be like, yeah, I think I read somewhere he was gay. Yeah, Stallone, anyone supposed to be living with Jim Neighbors or something down there in Hollywood? Yeah, I think I read that in the Inquirer. A lot of folks here read the Inquirer? Oh, no, you're all getting the Congressional Record every day here, aren't we? Uh-huh. Yeah, someone applauded the Inquirer. Who was that? That you applauding this? Somebody probably get it in hardcover, I imagine. Now, do you read it? How often do you read it, sir? Every week. It pretty much takes you a good 6-7 days to plow through that thing, I guess, more or less. Now, do you think the stories are real? No way. What do you read it, sir? Factual errors? I think some people believe it. Don't you think so? No, you see, you know why the Inquirer is popular? It's not that people are stupid that read it. We have a basic belief in the press in this country. If you see something in the press, well, some of it must be true. I mean, you know how this is what they do. They don't play on dumb people. They prey on intelligent people. You know how that works. You're standing in a line at the supermarket. You look over, there's the Inquirer. Now, you could be 3 foot high or 9 feet high. That thing is always eye level. I don't know how they do that. Geez, it always seems to be eye level all the time. And, you know, you're standing there in line, you look over, and it's always some inane headline. You know, it's all Lana Turner eaten by aliens. All right. That's a typical thing. You know, you stand, you look over, and you go, oh, Lana Turner, isn't that stupid? You know. Let me just check it. You know, you have to look. And you can never find that story. It's never in the paper anywhere. It's on the headline. Well, where is it? That's it. That's the whole story. It's no, you know. Actually, you know, I give them credit. They actually beat the New York Times this year to a true story. The Inquirer had it first. Killer bees are on their way to the United States from South America. Killer bees. We don't have enough shit to worry about as it is. Some ex-Nazi scientist from Brazil crossed a honeybee with a Doberman pinscher. Woo! Killer bees. Imagine that would be like gangs of young, tough bees in leather jackets terrorizing women. Hey, sweetheart! Hey, baby! Yeah. You know, I did see the Inquirer. I thought it was amazing. This is unbelievable. They did a thing on movie stars' salaries, and they said Burt Reynolds makes like $5 million a year, and Wayne Newton makes like $8 million. But they had one real interesting one. They said Carol O'Connor, the last year that he did All in the Family, he was making $203,000 a week. Now, I got to think about this. I don't grudge the guy the money. You can make that kind of money, great. But how do you negotiate a deal for $203,000? You know? I mean, how do you get them to give you the extra $3,000 a week? I mean, does your guy sit down with their guy? Their guy says, all right, we're prepared to pay your client $200,000 a week. Come on, the man's got to eat. I can't go back with a shit offer like this. Throw me a bone. This is like pulling teeth trying to get a nickel out of you people. How about cable? A lot of folks have cable. Oh, here's another dream come true, huh? With cable, I can now pay collectively for every shit film I wouldn't have paid for individually. Can watch Stroker Ace 19 times next month. You got Atlanta Superstation? Anybody ever been to Atlanta? This is a real town. I'm not making it up, honest. Have you been to Atlanta? No, it's a nice town. See, Atlanta, no, it is. But see, thanks to cable, it's getting a terrible reputation. Why do all stupid products come from Atlanta? Ginsu knives, bamboo steamers, Slim Whitman records? Like they took the whole country of Taiwan, stuck in the middle of Georgia somewhere. Anybody got a Ginsu knife? Come with a 50-year guarantee. Like you're going to go back in 2029. Oh, this broke. You know what I like about a Ginsu knife? Cuts through anything. Wood, steel, plastic, metal, iron, rubber. Cuts through anything. Then they say if you order now, they send you absolutely free 2 additional knives. What for? You got a knife that'll cut through everything. What are you going to do? Cut up the other 2 knives? You know. Another thing. Now, why do big stars do this? You know, I like George Kennedy. I like Danny Thomas. Why do they have to try and sell these sleazeball insurance policies to the elderly and these poor veterans? Are you 50 to 80 and thinking about life insurance? Come on, what 80-year-old guy is just thinking about life insurance? You know, honey, our children are in their 60s now, and well, God forbid if we ever had that motorcycle accident. Gee, I just want to know those youngsters are taken care of. And the benefits, if you're hospitalized, they pay you $50 a day, cash $50. How you going to spend that kind of dough in a hospital? Want to put an extra stitch in my head, Doc? I'm getting $50 a day, okay? There's an extra $2. You split that with the head surgeon, you know. Hey, that's not all. They'll pay you $50 every day you're hospitalized, regardless of length of stay. And let's be honest, as soon as this hospital finds out you're only getting $50 a day, you're not going to be hospitalized too much longer, all right, pal? You'll be in a rollaway bed in the parking lot by the time you figure that one out. Any coffee achievers? Oh, these are the words. Now to try and get kids to drink coffee, they show rock star David Bowie drinking coffee. Come on. To David Bowie, a cup of coffee is merely a sedative at this point. Yeah. Well, that's the big thing now, isn't it? You're trying to get some kind of big-time celebrity to be a spokesman. Like they got Bill Cosby for Jell-O, Cliff Robinson for AT&T. Those are pretty good, but some of them are embarrassing. I keep seeing this one. Here's Martha Raye, actress, denture wearer. Really? I mean, is this one of her crowning achievements? Denture wearing? Does she want this on her resume? Let's see, Miss Raye, you've done theater, film. Oh, I see you're a denture wearer. I had no idea your credentials were quite so extensive, Miss Raye. You know. Here's Carl Sagan, astronomer, philosopher, hemorrhoid sufferer, ladies and gentlemen. I think he's doing a hell of a job down there. Oh, I always get annoyed when I see silly celebrities trying to take advantage of the character they play on TV. Who's this guy, soap opera guy? Chris Robinson, doesn't he? Does an ad for Vicks. I'm not a doctor, although I play one on TV. Not a doctor. Hey, pal, I seen your show. You're not even an actor. You know. Anybody bought any new Time Life books? The Great Gunfighters, World War II, the Hitler era. This is all part of the new Time Life Atrocities series, you know. My favorite, The Great Gunfighters. Read about John Wesley Hardin. So mean he once shot a man just for snoring. Is this really responsible journalism on the part of Time Life? I mean, what are they going to write about in the 1980s 100 years from now? Read about John Hinckley Jr., an hombre so honorary, one shot a president just so he could meet a pretty gal. You know. Hinckley's getting married. Did you read about this? It was in People magazine, so it must be true. This is kind of the Bible for the new illiterate there. There's a lot of these. Us, People, USA Today. These are all magazines for people who feel they know how to read but don't have to prove anything to anyone, which is... Anyway, Hinckley is engaged, kind of an interesting thing. He met a woman at the prison where he's incarcerated. She's a convicted murderer. And, of course, he is an attempted murderer. You know, I hope this doesn't cause problems in the marriage. You know, sometimes a lot of guys can't handle it when the wife is more successful. You know. Yeah. I tell you, I want to see what the kid's going to look like. How many sixes you think he'll have on his forehead? Yeah, this thing will come out of the womb guns blazing, you know. Now, here's something that's amazing. Now, why do local merchants feel they always have to claim some sort of mental instability to help them sell products? You know, this is real big in California with stereo salesmen, used car people. We must be nuts! We must be crazy! Our prices are insane. Now, what am I supposed to think as a consumer? Hey, this guy's mentally retarded. Let's go take advantage of him. Come on, yeah. We'll push him in the mud. He's too stupid to know. You know, don't you get annoyed when you see things that do not represent life on this planet? Nobody talks this way. Nobody acts this way. Gee, this one to make me so mad. It's his couple's anniversary. The guy gives his wife a beautiful watch. She opens the watch. She says, I was hoping for a Longines. You're hoping for a Longines? Yeah, well, I was hoping for a blonde with big boobs. I got you at... Oh, there's one that makes my wife furious. You ever seen this really obnoxious guy standing in the elevator? Nice-looking, well-dressed business lady gets on. The guy's checking her out. He says, boy, that woman's attractive, but those flakes. It could be dandruff. Here's a guy with a real realistic attitude about love and commitment, huh? What are you going to do when she has her period, pal? Hang yourself? Never had jock itch, buddy, huh? Who are these people? Barbie and Ken? Get out of here with it. And some of them are just irresponsible. What's this one? Impulse body spray? Or the guy says, so ladies, don't be surprised if a man you never even met before suddenly comes up to you and gives you flowers. Yeah, sure, as if women don't meet enough dickheads in the street as it is already. Here's a license for every psycho in the world to come up and start touching you now, you know. And of course they load the issue. Do you ever see the guy they use in the ad? He's a great-looking guy. He's got a $100 haircut, $300 slacks. He's driving a new Ferrari. Come on, these are not the kind of men that approach women on the street. Think most women know the kind of men we're talking about, huh? Some sodomite with a severe discharge. Hey, lady! Hey, lady! You know, the kind of guys that think selling plasma once a week is job security, you know. Then on the other end of the food chain, you have the taster's choice couples. Have you seen them? These emotionally retarded people that are too sensitive to live. They sit in a bird bath. They read Rod McEwen all afternoon. My favorite couple, 4 o'clock in the morning, the wife is sitting outside somewhere. The husband gets up, honey, what are you doing? She says, I'm just thinking about us and life and the kids. I'll make a pot of coffee. Sure, why not? It's only 4 o'clock in the morning. I know when I got to get up in 3.5 hours. Nothing like a couple of pots of steaming coffee to start the day off, huh? Maybe a nice bag of jelly donuts, too, there, yeah. Another dream weekend out on the porch with Wonder Boy here, you know. And I'm surprised that PTA doesn't string up this woman from Hostess. I mean, this moron, it's lunchtime, and for lunch, she's feeding her kids a big pile of Hostess Twinkies, fruit pies, ding-dongs. The kids are like this from hypertension already, you know. And she turns to the camera and says, Hostess meets my tough standards. What kind of standards are these? This is the same mom thinks it's okay little kids chew gum they find on the floor at the movies, huh? Is that a piece of Wrigley's? I guess it'll be okay. Being a mom is no popularity contest. And Wonder Bread, come on. Wonder Bread, the official bread of the U.S. Olympic team. The only way Wonder Bread could have helped the Olympic team is if you take a slice of it, put it in your shoe, and use it as an odor reader. Huh? You ever read the expiration date in a loaf of Wonder Bread? It says right in the side of the bag, hey, pal, you should live so long, you know. You know, what am I, an idiot? I'm watching TV. I see an ad for Grecian formula. The man in the ad has white hair. The next day, he has black hair. Nobody seems to notice this major phenomenon. He goes to the office. Secretary says, I look younger. Boss wonders if I've lost weight. Yeah, here's a company going to wind up on the Fortune 500, huh? It says right on the bottle, no one knows you're using it. If nobody knows I'm using it, why am I buying this crap in the first place? You know, don't you get embarrassed that maybe people from other countries see these things? You know, like these American Express ads. Gee, they show these noodle-brain Americans traveling around the world, constantly annoying people from other lands. And suddenly, these toadheads, they just lose their traveler's checks. La, 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 la. Wandering aimlessly, banging into shit, knocking stuff over. La, 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 la. They never seem to lose their checks in any reasonably civilized country. They're never in London or Paris. They all seem to be stranded on the Iranian-Iraqi border somewhere, you know, and Khomeini's banging on the door there. A bunch of slave traders are touching this guy's wife all over the place, you know. This guy's thinking if I had those checks, I could buy her back right now, huh, boy? What a tough break for me, boy. But, you know, it's not all manufacturers. I mean, people try to make things right, but nobody in this country even looks at directions. I mean, single guys are the worst at this. That's why I feel sorry for people that make stuff like frozen pizzas. You know, I think they try. You ever see a single guy try to cook a frozen pizza? It's unbelievable. It says right on the box, for best results, cook for 10 minutes at 400 degrees. Most guys look at this and go, I'll cook it for 1 minute at 4,000 degrees. I'll just stick at my kiln for a minute here and... Hey, these are lousy pizzas. I don't know. All right, thank you there.
Wow, Jay Leno live on stage. That was a terrific set. We got more of him coming up. And this has been so much fun to do. Two funny guys and two of the favorite guys I ever had a chance to work with, Garry Shandling and Jay Leno. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you joining us on the podcast today. Be sure to share it, tell your friends, and if you get a chance, rate and review it. We'll see you next week, and keep an eye out for my special bonus podcast just for my listeners. All right, ladies and gentlemen, see you next week. Bye.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Stand-Up Comedy, your host and MC. For information on the show, merchandise, and our sponsors, or to send comments to Scott, visit our website at www.standupyourhostandmc.com. Look for more episodes soon and enjoy the world of stand-up comedy. Visit a comedy showroom near you.